Are you a small business owner who wants to win but refuses to do it by stepping on others? Do you ever wonder what would happen if every deal you made left everyone happier? Not just you, not just your client, but everyone downstream, their staff, their customers, their families. See, this is the difference between a hustler and a true builder. A hustler takes the bag and disappears. A builder plants a tree and makes sure the fruit feeds generations. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Leah Vona. I have been creating and building businesses for over 25 years. I am a mentor and sales coach for small and new business owners, and I'm here to help you win. If that sounds like something you would like more of, subscribe to this channel now so you can find me later. Okay? Let me tell you something straight. A deal that hurts your client or the people they serve will circle back around and hurt you too. You may get the check, but you'll lose the trust. Every business transaction has a ripple effect. When you sell a service, that service touches somebody else's world. Maybe it's the client's employee who now has an easier day. Maybe it's their customer who gets better care. Or maybe it's a child at home who sees mom less stressed because you made something easier for her. When you remember those invisible faces, you start to sell from the heart and not from the surface. And that, my friend, is where legacy begins. Now let's talk about the energy behind every deal. In one of my earlier talks, I said all that glitters is not gold. And that applies here too. There is fool's gold, where you win the sale, but you lose your peace. And then there is true gold, where both sides walk away glowing. A win-win deal happens when your offer genuinely improves their condition and you are compensated fairly for it. Not underpaid, not overpromising, but fair, pure, and balanced. Because when you trade value for value, heaven smiles on it. Here's something most entrepreneurs don't think about. When you serve a client, you're entering their ecosystem. Your product then becomes a part of how they serve others. If your work cuts corners, they might hurt their own people without even knowing it. And when your work uplifts them, you lift whole communities without ever needing to be there. So every time you deliver something, ask yourself, will this ripple bless or burden? That's conscientious business. And let's not forget, you can't bless people if you're bitter or broke. So don't sign win-win deals that leave you losing either. Self-sacrifice isn't sustainability. Set clear prices, clear terms, and then deliver beyond expectation. That's how we keep both the customer's dignity and our own. Remember, kindness without boundaries will bankrupt your spirit. So when you make a deal, let it be a covenant, not a con. Because every transaction carries your name, your faith, and your fingerprint. The world is full of sellouts, people who trade their integrity for pennies. But you are not one of those, my friend. You're building a business that blesses. And when you do that, everyone wins. Clients, customers, communities, and yes, even your competition will have to respect your superior way of doing business. Win-win or nothing at all. That's the standard, because profit follows purpose every single time. If this message has been helpful and has encouraged you, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It will help spread this message to other aspiring entrepreneurs. Now, At this time, we will move into our freestyle portion of the video, and I do this every day. It's called the why factor. I believe it's important for us to remind ourselves why we do business. Let's be honest here. Things can get really hard at times for us entrepreneurs. There are times when we can downright question everything and really doubt ourselves and our mission. That is why we need to recall daily why we went into business in the first place. Listen, because life is precious, we have to cherish it. So let's take some time now to reflect on these things. In our world today, things are moving so fast that we never are able to pause and take a breath to reflect. Reflect? What is that? I can't spare the square, Leah. I have so much to do you don't understand. But my friends, I force you to spare the square. I force you. I encourage you. I urge you to stop running. Take some time. Let your heart breathe naturally and not all the time like a dog running because his master made him chase the ball, and now he's come back and he's standing there, tongue out his mouth, spit dripping, and right? Let us not do that. If we love ourselves, we will stop once in a while and we will reflect. It's good for our psyche. It's good for our minds. It's good for our overall performance. Reflect today. Stop and reflect tomorrow. Reflect every day. Why am I doing business? Why did I get involved in this in the first place? Find your whys. Hold on to them and cherish them. Okay? The next thing that I am going to do, I told you I'm going to change things up. Yes? I'm going to change things up because one day you'll be before a camera having to talk to your clients. And sometimes we need to feed. And then sometimes we need to step back and let them start processing too. So that's what I'm doing with you tonight. I'm processing with you and I'm letting you decide what your whys are. All right. Sometimes we get tired and we're drained. Something happened. The body's not working well today. And so you feel tired and you have to ask yourself why. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is go over the part about life being precious. And then we'll do a recap on our message today. All right. You know, life is another thing that we need to take serious consideration of. A lot of times as entrepreneurs, we tend to neglect. We neglect things at home. We neglect our families as we chase the almighty dollar. And the children are left to their own devices. Many times we feel that because we give them all the latest technologies and, all the gadgets, they have all the latest clothes. We even give them credit cards now where they can go and shop the things they like. We feel that that is it. But, I have noticed in my journey through life that because we can give them a big mansion, a beautiful lifestyle, the mansion is so perfect, the lawnmowers come every week, and everything is picture perfect. The child cannot get love from the place looking beautiful alone. Yes, it is a beautiful thing, but you have to think about their souls. You have to think about their mental processes. A child needs a mom or a dad's love. I know in the way the world is running today, they would not trade the riches, but you have to realize that sometimes they do, because they would rather have you and know that they can curl up under you on a couch, or your daughter can look at you and the two of you look at each other and your eyes sparkle and then you burst into laughter that nobody can understand. It's just a girl thing. Or dad, you go out with your son and you guys are working. You're working on the boat. You're doing something in the backyard, and it's just an understanding that flows between the two of you that money cannot buy. So I'm asking you to please remember that life is so precious, that every moment with our children are so cherished and so wonderful. Time does not return. It does not come back to us. It just keeps on flowing. And so the smile that you get, or that little nod of encouragement that your son gives you when you walk in because things were not good today, can never be replaced. The look of understanding in his eyes, the look of admiration and love in his eyes as he watches you, as you do something on the car, it cannot be replaced. It cannot be bought. So please, I implore you, spend time with your children and not let them be tempted and pulled away because you were never there. Don't give them the world. Money does not buy love. All they need from you is just that simple look, that touch, that hug. Some parents never hug their children. I have had stories in my work, in my field as a therapist, where people would tell me they never got hugged. Their father never hugged them. Their mother never had time. Let it not be you, because I'll tell you something that we do not remember. Life is so precious. And when we're at the peak of our game and we can flash around like Superwoman or Superman, there comes a time. The Bible says, once a man, twice a child. We become children, and we will need them. We will need them when we cannot climb the stairs to that mansion. We will need them when we cannot get out of bed. We will need them when we are old and our bones ache and our eyes are feeble and we cannot see properly. We will need them. Teach them the right way, my friends, my family. Teach them so that they will remember Daddy was wonderful to me. Daddy was so good to me that they rush to come to you across the world for Thanksgiving and Christmas. They take care of mommy because mommy was always there. A daughter needs her mother's laughter. She needs those moments when you're the girls and you sit in the closet and you laugh, and she can tell you about Charlie because she has been having these feelings for Charlie. She needs to be able to trust you and not talk personal things with her friends. She needs not to have her friends tell her what life is. She needs you to tell her what life is. And Daddy, your son needs you to tell him what being a good man is. That one day he can have respect for women and for the one he chooses, as you have shown him that you always respected his mom. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for coming every time. Thank you for looking at the videos. I pour my heart and my soul into them, and I hope they help you and they impact you, and they can help you and your family. I want to announce tonight that we are on every single day, Monday through Friday, from 8 p.m. If you have any questions, you want to talk to me about anything, you know you can reach me through the comments. Whatever questions you ask there, we will answer them on the program the next day. All right? I am just a stone throw, a comment away. All right? Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. God bless you and your family, and I'll see you in the next one.